The Giants of Broadcasting history includes 9 awards jointly given to family members, including my friends Richard Liebner and Carol Cooper, who are in the audience with us today. That number is about to become 10 as we turn our attention to an extraordinary father and son team. Joe Field was working his way through the legal profession. As a counsel litigating the value of AM/FM stations in Philadelphia, he had an aha moment upon noting the approximate 10-to-1 differential in value. He bought some FM stations and Entercom was born. He acquired more stations and went public in January 1999. His son David began his career as an investment banker at Goldman Sachs before joining Entercom and rose up the ranks until he became Chief Operating Officer, then Chief Financial Officer, and finally Chief Executive Officer. Their record as the 4th largest radio broadcasting company in the U.S. with 128 stations is stellar, but that is about to change. Subject to FCC and Department of Justice approval, Entercom will acquire control of CBS Radio and become the 2nd largest radio broadcasting company with a total of 230 stations in nearly all of the top 50 markets. This is a story of how a father and son's combined skills and passion took a company to much greater heights than we're sure Joe ever imagined when he had that aha moment about station values all those years ago. Please join me in congratulating Joe and David Field.
Thank you. Thank you. So, somebody had to draw the short straw and follow Andrea Mitchell, and I got that dubious honor here. So good afternoon, and thank you to Joyce and Ginny and to the entire Library of American Broadcast Foundation for this wonderful recognition. It is truly humbling to look at the roster of true giants who have preceded us in the past. I want to congratulate each of today's recipients. You've all made major contributions to this nation through your giant achievements, and I am honored to be with you receiving this award today. It is beyond words to be able to join my dad, Joe Field, on the stage as we receive this award together. When Joe founded Entercom 49 years ago, he was a young lawyer with no business experience, no broadcasting knowledge, but he had a prescient vision, as Bill just described, about the transcendent potential of FM radio. Plus, he had a brilliant mind, tireless energy, and an indomitable will. He overcame all of the challenges in front of him, and he succeeded. But more important than that, much more important than that, what I admire most about my dad is who he is as a human being. He's a selfless, principled, and unpretentious man of great virtue and integrity, whose philanthropy has made an enormous difference to so many lives. And I've been incredibly blessed to have him as a father. Now, award ceremonies are a wonderful occasion to reflect on the cherished memories and accomplishments of the past. But candidly, what I am most excited about is the future and where Entercom and the radio industry are headed. Often overlooked and undervalued, radio's competitive position has never been stronger, with 93% of Americans listening weekly and growing. In an era of unprecedented change and disruption, radio is thriving, largely due to the power of its local brands and personalities that entertain, inform, and engage local audiences, and have done so since Andrea Mitchell was at KYW and ever since. I join with those who believe radio is on the verge of a renaissance as advertisers like Procter & Gamble rediscover the enormous reach and power of radio, and as the industry moves ahead to capitalize on new innovation opportunities. As marketing visionary Jack Myers recently put it, radio is, and I quote, undiscovered beachfront property. And now with a combined scale of Entercom and CBS Radio, once we complete this merger, we are committed to expanding our investment in our brands and capabilities to better serve our listeners, customers, and communities, and to building on the shared values of these two companies, which each have a fierce commitment to being outstanding local broadcasters and responsible corporate citizens in the best tradition of broadcasting. We could not be more excited about the opportunities ahead. Many, many thanks for this award. It is truly appreciated.
Well, I'd like to thanks by thanking Bill Whitaker for his introduction and David for those very complimentary remarks. My thanks to Ginny Morris and all the members of the Library of the American Broadcasters Foundation for this very great honor being bestowed today on David and me. And also to Joyce Tudrin and the International Radio and Television Society for producing and presenting this event. It is truly a humbling experience to stand here in the midst of all the giants of the past who have been honored in the past and those being honored here today. I know that I would not be here as a giant of broadcasting without David's extraordinary record as a broadcaster and radio industry leader. And cannot thank him enough for all that he has done to make this award possible. Thank you, David. But I also would not be here without the loving support of my wife, Marie, who unfortunately was not able to journey to New York today, who has at all times encouraged, supported, and stood by me, especially in those difficult early years when Entercom was a fledgling FM broadcast company competing in an industry dominated by powerful AMs. Thank you, Marie. As John Donne once said, no man is an island entire of itself. And therefore, I must also thank all of the people with whom I have worked at Entercom and throughout the industry, quite a few of whom have come here today, and those who invested in and supported Entercom financially in its early years for helping it to succeed and for me to be honored here this day. When I formed Entercom 49 years ago, with the then far-out conviction that FM broadcasting could survive as an independent medium and ultimately challenge AM as a method of radio transmission, I could never have dreamed of receiving an award like this. But what thrills me most is that I'm standing here together with my son David, of whom I am most proud, and realizing that our close working relationship over the years has qualified us in your eyes as a father-son combination worthy of calling giants of broadcasting. Thank you. Thanks.